It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Ow!
Tonight we'll see the Miami Heat playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, this is their first time playing this squad so far this season. Last year, they had a winning record against them, going 2-1. And Eric Spoelstra, guiding the Heat since 2008. Some people thought he'd be too inexperienced to handle the Big Three. But Kenny, he's done a terrific job the whole way through.
No one outworks him. Intense, driven, competitive. I really like him. And he was a young coach when he started, and now he's a veteran, seasoned coach and expects the same from his players.
Well, I played for him, and he definitely manages egos well, gets his players to buy in and accept their roles, doing an excellent job.
What was it like playing for him?
I don't remember.
Time now for tip-off. Kevin Harlan will have the call. We'll see you later.
Everyone is in their seat and buckled in at the American Airlines Arena as the Heat look to grab a win here in Miami. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Cleveland is working their way through a road trip going into today's game. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
Well, that much more competitive, too, and that's the compelling part here in this matchup. You play so many games in an NBA season. This is the one you get up for.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, it's hard to remember now, but Kevin Love didn't enter the league as a three-point shooter. Yet it's become a cornerstone of his game. And coaches have told him if you're a big man and you can shoot it out there, you're a valuable commodity. Kevin, he has listened, and he is indeed valuable.
Well, in this game today, it's all about court spacing, DA. Thanks for the report. You can see it all over the league. Injuries, Brent, beginning to affect some teams, but it's hard to pay your stars and maintain a deep bench all under the salary cap. It's a very difficult dance to do.
This is why sitting next to you as a broadcaster is a really less stressful thing to do, rather than be a general manager in the league.
Yeah.
So hard to make.
But you could be a general manager in this league.
Maybe at some point, Kevin, but right now I'm enjoying this seat with you. And I'm wondering how it is that some of these teams can get creative with cap analytics guys and their strategy, how much they want to press forward given some of the restrictions of what you can do with your roster. But we know the more players you have that can step in and be ready, these deeper teams during the regular season usually pile up a few more wins than those that don't have that approach.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, the forwards are Osman and Love. Sexton is out there with Clarkson, and it's Thompson in at the center position. Now here's Winslow, following the miss by Kevin Love.
And Jimmy Butler, something of a quirky character, has a ritual whenever he's at a grocery store of paying the person's bill behind him. Doesn't care if it's 99 cents or 2,000.
And Jimmy Butler's a very physical wing, as we know, Greg. Goes about 6'8", 240, and he can D up almost any position.
And the strength to deal with forwards, the quickness to cover guards. Also, he uses that strength to attack the rim and get himself to the line.
And he can't get the first one.
And just no question that Butler is a bona fide star. I mean, a tough, rugged defender who's also a juggernaut on offense.
And the second free throw, good. Well, we knew it wouldn't last forever. Couldn't last forever. LeBron's departure in the offseason, a huge blow to this Cleveland franchise.
And it's going to be talk and speculation as to why LeBron James left again. and that's going to continue all season long. But ultimately, the team, the city, they need to regroup. They need to reset. They need to think about their future, and they did a good job of gathering assets and some youth in the departure of LeBron James. But, man, that's a hole they're never going to fill, Kevin.
And the vertical of Sexton is amazing. At 6'2", he's just capable of hammering it home.
Now here's Butler. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Toronto. Adebayo kicks to Olynyk. Shot clock at 6. Winslow finds Olynyk. And that one hits back iron. For Cleveland, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. They get it back. It's deflected.
And the 6'7", 225-pound Winslow rises up and swats that shot away with great athleticism.
For the Heat, their last game, a loss to the Raptors. Got that one up quick. Clarkson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
From distance, when he gets into a rhythm early, it makes this offense a lot more dynamic.
Well, great to get him involved, particularly at the start of the game. This is what keeps guys engaged. Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
And that one's good. Osman.
And he gets one to fall, and now 1 out of his first 4.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
And guys, this first meeting always sort of sets the tone for how the rest of the season series will play out. For teams that know each other this well, this initial game is a big one.
The Heat have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Dragic kicks to Winslow. Outside Dragic. To halt the run, Love grabs the board.
Yeah, they're a little bit cold here. 0 for 4 to get this one going.
And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Thompson passes to Sexton. And here's Love. He's guarded by Dragic. Sexton with it. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Memphis. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Thompson with the bucket.
And doing their best to maximize possessions, just staying focused with this lead.
Well, it isn't much, but they've been able to capture some of the momentum of this game and increase their advantage.
Dragic with it. Guarded now by Sexton. Clarkson against Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the 3 fly. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good D from Love.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Olynyk, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, and Olynyk up and down at the free throw line early in his career, but with his touch, he's bound to become more consistent.
Kelly Olynyk, a brand nice pickup for the Miami Heat, 4 years and $50 million.
Well, thinking about a floor spacing big man, they like what they saw out of Kelly Olynyk in his brief time with the Boston Celtics. He's still young, has a chance to grow, but his skill set as a big is still eye-popping.
And he makes the first. He's perfect from the line this time.
Looking comfortable there from the line. Knows he needs to come through for his team at the charity stripe.
Sexton kicks to Thompson. Pass to Sexton. Butler against Clarkson. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Butler. Passes it to Winslow. That one misses. And Cleveland the other way now. It's stolen by Dragic. Pass to Winslow. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Winslow's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, the contest was there, but Winslow saw right through it. Just too good down low.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Sexton the pass to Thompson. Sexton kicks to Love. There's the dish to Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Here's Clarkson. Kicks it out to Love. Up again, and there's Thompson putting it right back in. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Butler against Clarkson. Butler finds Olynyk. In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
You know, another reason Sexton gives opponents nightmares. Almost impossible to stick with him in the open court.
Outside Dragic. And there's the pass to Butler. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
He has the ideal attitude you want in a swing man. But Butler gets in a good position, take it on the D, and just winning that battle.
Here's Sexton. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Executed on the road, stayed focused, stayed consistent with who you are as a team.
Such a confidence builder to go on the road and be able to dictate the tempo, the style of play, keep your identity. They were able to do that here.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. John Henson's checked in for Love. Nance comes in for Jetty Osman. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Clarkson. And Knight subbed in for Sexton. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. The Heat trail by 6. Now here's Waiters. 9 points last game out. Wade passes to Leonard. Kicks it to Johnson. 5 on the clock. Here's Waiters. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And there is a whistle. That'll go on Derek Jones. That's his first foul. Ante Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers. Here's Dellavedova. Excellent D from Wade. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They trail by 6. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And the biggest problem for them in that game, even as they got into foul trouble, they could just never pull back.
Yeah, they just stayed aggressive the whole way, and you love the effort, but the fouls limited what they could do with their rotations here tonight. Well, this Heat organization has had such a great run of success under their owner, Mickey Arison, and what Pat Riley has done to pour the foundation of the culture around Miami. This is not a team that likes to throw away any chance to compete, or any season for that matter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And memories of the Big 3 era of Bosh and Wade and LeBron James still fresh, Brent, in the memory of the Heat organization.
Well, more fresh in the memory of the fans of the Miami Heat. The organization trying to do their best to move forward and move on. Of course, that team 4 straight finals appearances, won 2 NBA championships. They want to get back to that level. They know they got to find some talent and some diamonds in the rough, and trying to figure out a path to get there.
Now here's Waiters. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Fires from 14 and no good. Trying to use the glass. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Up the floor. And Brandon Knight the bucket on the assist by Nance.
All keyed right there from the lead pass, right on the money.
Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Waiters surveying the D. Johnson kicks to Jones. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Jones has got his first points of the night. The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Knight against Waiters. Outside Knight. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Nance finds Henson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to. A lottery pick back in 2012, John Henson has pretty much flown under the radar except around the rim. People understand just how effective he can be there. A quality defender and rim protector.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And that one misses. Henson not a floor spacer. Offensively, you'll find him around the rim.
He's a pretty good finisher in there, but he doesn't get a ton of opportunities. You're right. Defensively, you just like his mobility combined with his length. That's a help.
Good on the second free throw. Here's Waiters. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Pass to Wade. Knocks it loose. It's good.
As soon as Wade gets the ball that close to the basket, he's going to take advantage of weak defense and score.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. Now Dellavedova.
There are times where you have to play with a little bit more caution. It's already his second foul in the first quarter.
For Cleveland, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Let's talk about team defense, Brent. To develop trust, it seems like guys have got to communicate on the floor.
I talk to my friends often who ask me about playing an NBA game and playing defense. They first start with saying that I didn't play any, but the second thing we get to, Kevin, is talking about really how intricate good defenses can be. You talk about communication, that's one thing, but throughout the course of the season, you build so much sweat equity on defense and trust by knowing that somebody's going to be behind you, hearing that voice consistently, but positions on the floor where you almost develop play sets as a defensive team. Now, when you reach that level, that's the upper echelon, but that's when it really gets fun to be down on that end, to shut a team down, to keep a crowd quiet. Defense always begins with great communication.
So many things, rotations and playing angles and having the guy in back, you know what you can do well, what you can't do well if you're ahead of him.
Well, that, Kevin, and also great teams who are adaptable to make changes on the fly. All of a sudden, a dead ball, coach calls out a different coverage. You want to mess up the team's rhythm on the other end, and 5 guys, they snap to it and can carry out that defensive assignment in one play call. That's great defense.
The Heat trail by 8. And here is Waiters. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Inside. Here's Johnson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Josh Richardson, the 40th overall pick, Brent, back in 2015, a hardworking young player who's had a lot of good veteran mentors in this Miami Heat locker room.
Yeah, and he took advantage not only of what Dwayne Wade said to him, but the time that Dwayne Wade wasn't playing, he stepped in and seized an opportunity to get those minutes. He's had some scorching hot shooting numbers, too. His rookie year was phenomenal, and it came in and drew attention from guys from the three-point line, so looking to be consistent on that end.
So he gets them both.
How about the Cavs last year, making it back to their 4th straight finals appearance alongside the Golden State Warriors, and for a team in a city that's just had so little to cheer and celebrate about. Obviously, LeBron James bringing their championship to them a couple years ago. Ultimately, the golden era of Cleveland Cavalier basketball.
And Miami has possession following the score by Cleveland. Here's Wade. Back to Waiters over Dellavedova, and he can't bank that one in. And the Cavs and Warriors last year in the finals, Brent, the Cavs had a chance to even the rivalry at 2 wins apiece.
Well, they did, Kevin, but pretty much outmatched last year in the finals. Just too much roster change and not enough firepower to overtake the Golden State Warriors. The depth just wasn't there. It was a great ride last year with LeBron getting back to his 8th finals, but they came up short.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard and about the last 10 games in the NBA. During that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. Number 1, the Heat.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
How about Telly getting pinballed around out there, but good body control to get that one to go.
The Heat trail by 8. Waiters outside Leonard, wide open, and he overshot that one, missing.
And I know we want to assume these shots are going in. The defense definitely blew an assignment there, but still got lucky.
Here's Knight. Here's Zizic. He's covered by Leonard.
And checking out the numbers for Nance. His last 10 games, he's around 6 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
The Heat trail by 9. T-Wade on the wing, defended by Dellavedova. Here's Leonard. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
He's still trying to polish this side of his game up. Leonard looking very comfortable on that move.
Knight kicks to Nance. 58 seconds left in the first quarter. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots at the game right here. He misses the free throw.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. came into the league, and a lot of talk about his dunking prowess. But really, Larry Nance Jr. knows how to play the game and is building on that potential.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Adebayo is checked in for Myers Leonard. Justice Winslow comes in for Derek Jones. Butler, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Dragic in for Waiters. Yep, that one goes in there.
Well, when Dragic gets the opportunity to drive, guess what? He's driving. Foot on the gas pedal there.
Dragic against Knight. It's stolen by Dragic. There's Winslow, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
That's just amazing work from Winslow. Knows he was going to get hit, but he possesses that strength and concentration to hit the shot. You see Justice Winslow get into that low defensive stance, Signals kind of like he did at Duke, slap the floor and be ready for a defensive possession.
Olenek, he's checked in for James Johnson. And then for Cleveland, Kevin Love's checked in for John Henson. Osman comes in for Nance, and it's Jordan Clarkson in for Knight. That's good from Winslow. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Sexton, the pass to Zizic. To the paint. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got 6.
You know, you got to respect Sexton's scoring ability. The closer he gets inside, the more effective he is.
Dragic kicks to Butler. No good. Shot missing. And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers on top, leading by 5. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Tough-nosed Jimmy Butler talks about the mantle of being a franchise player.
You call me a leader, all-star, whatever you want to call it, but with that comes a lot of, you know, some people call it pressure, but a lot of responsibility is what I call it. You know, every night you got to show up. You have to be productive. You have to show guys even when you're hurt, you can still play. Even when you're tired, you got to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. It's fun to me. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
And that's what he worked for. And he works as hard as anyone, Greg, in the NBA.
And you see that competitiveness and desire in his play.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Cleaning the glass. I mean, right from the jump. And that really helped them to set the tone.
I think you said it. If you start off playing physical, Greg, there's kind of the attention of the referees and the opponent that they're coming at them all night long.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Sexton. And it's Osman in at the 3. And it's good, 2 points. That's now 8 points for Colin Sexton.
Just a creative ball handler. Sexton does a really good job with his change of speeds and direction, keeping the defender off balance.
Now here's Dragic. He's coming off a 19-point game against Toronto.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
Offensive rebound, Thompson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Thompson's got 6.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Dragic against Love. 3-pointer, Butler. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Osman, covered by Winslow. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got the lead up to 9 now for the Cavs.
You know, the timing, the rhythm, I'm a big fan of when Sexton can just catch and shoot.
And Sexton slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
And here are the Cavaliers. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Clarkson with the ball. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And that one's good. Osman.
There's just no excuse to leave someone that wide open. Communication breakdown.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And the Heat committing a lot of money for this hard-working bunch. Brent, how do they improve from this point on?
Now it's about player development, Kevin, taking advantage of the off-season, making sure the guys are improving upon their weaknesses and staying sharp with their strengths. They're going to have to find a few more diamonds in the rough out there to add to this roster and maybe set themselves up in free agency to lure somebody down to South Beach. And we'll see if they can do that. The front office tends to get creative in that way.
Here's Butler after Cleveland got the three-pointer. Lets the three fly, and it's Osman with the rebound.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now, here's Sexton. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And the shot goes in.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Butler. 5 points in the game. Olynyk dishes to Dragic. Knocks down the three ball. Dragic has got 5 points so far.
And some well-needed scoring. He stops a 13-0 run by Cleveland.
Thompson passes to Sexton. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 16 points for Colin Sexton.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Dragic. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game.
And you can see just how tough the defense was there, but in the end it did not matter for Goran Dragic.
Here's Sexton. After the made shot from Goran Dragic, Thompson finds Love, and Love throws it down.
It's contagious. Every guy on the team working to keep this streak alive.
It's so fun when you're rolling like this. You just want it to continue as long as possible. And right now, fingertips are ablaze.
Adebayo passes to Butler. Stolen by Clarkson. Passes it to Thompson. Dishes to Sexton. Cleveland moving the ball around. Love kicks to Sexton. Just 5 to shoot, and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. You look at Miami. Right now, they've compiled the 6th best record in the conference. And checking out Cleveland, 6 games out.
And right now for the Cavaliers, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
There's still some chances to find some positives as the season comes to an end. Even if it's not a playoff spot, just some kind of forward momentum heading into the offseason.
He kicks to Clarkson. Now, here's Sexton. He's got 16. Back to Clarkson. Here's Thompson. Left side, Love. He dishes it to Sexton. Back to Love. And finally they hit one.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Dragic. 9 points in the game so far. Butler deciding where to go with it. He feeds it to Olynyk. That one also a miss for him, just like the other 3 attempts this game. Sexton with it. Now guarded by Dragic. Sexton the pass to Osman. The dish now to Clarkson. Thompson against Olynyk. And stolen by Butler. Right side, Dragic. Winslow kicks to Butler. Back to Winslow. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
But they recover it. It's stolen. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Outside, Dragic. Here's Winslow. Cavaliers with the rebound. Love's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Clarkson.
And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard. So trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever is asked of him to earn minutes.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And then for Cleveland, John Henson's checked in for Love. Nance comes in for Jetty Osman. And Knight subbed in for Sexton. And he can't hit the second. Here's Wade. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. And with Clarkson, as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
Here's Clarkson after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Hands where the ball is out of bounds. Clarkson touched it last.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Dellavedova's checked in. Here's Wade. 14 points from him the last game against Toronto. Johnson at the elbow. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 3 assists tonight.
Good catch and shoot option there. Johnson got to be right up on him after he receives that pass.
Dellavedova dishes to Knight. There's the feed to Thompson. And he makes good on the layup. Thompson's got 8 points.
So good court awareness that time from Brandon Knight. He's a creative guard who has a good feel for when his guys are open.
Knight against Waiters. Wade on the wing. Clock at 6. Waiters outside. Overnight. Wade misses. The Cavaliers leading by 14 to the inside. Dellavedova. It's not going to go for him. Great tee that time from Johnson. Waiters against Knight. Stolen by Thompson. Knocks it loose. And it's Johnson penetrating. And then Johnson with the jam.
Crafty getting into the lane. Johnson at his size weaves in and gets the contact and initiates it on the drive.
Dellavedova scanning the floor to the middle. Here's Nance. Good D by Jones.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
And again, the turnover by the Heat. Here's what Miami has lined up on their schedule. On Sunday, the Minnesota Timberwolves will come into town. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And that game against the Wizards, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. Zizic has checked in for Thompson. Here's Dellavedova. Pass to Knight. And the shot goes in. Knight's got 6 points.
Always got to stay on Knight. He's crafty at using the pick and roll to his advantage.
Waiters finds Wade. And even though Father Time Brent has taxed Wade on his athleticism quite a bit, you can still see glimpses of it when it matters most.
That seems to be the way of Wade right now, is waiting for the moments, the bigger moments, to step up and hit big shots or make the right play. He won't make plays as often as he once did throughout the course of a regular season game, but instills some confidence in his teammates on the floor come crunch time.
That free throw good from Wade. Brent, the league is shaking things up as far as training and evaluation of referees. Do you think it'll result in getting a higher percentage of calls correct? They're pretty good as it is now.
The referees are fantastic.
They are.
And the fact that we're even having a discussion about a higher percentage of correct calls, Kevin, I would just like to have a higher percentage of correct calls for the rest of this game with you.
Well, good. This guy next to me handed me this card. It wasn't my idea. It was this guy over here.
Yeah, well,
he said, ask Brent about the refereeing.
We need the stats, guys.
Yeah. Oh, we do. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Now, here is Dellavedova. The pass tonight. 5 to shoot. Shoots it up. Rebound by the Heat. Waiters on the wing. He's guarded by Knight. Shot's good by Waiters.
Well, he's a bit of a hokey guard, so he attracts that contact there and then keeps his eyes on the prize.
The Cavaliers leading by 10. Now Dellavedova. Kicks to Knight. True on the 14-footer. Knight's got his third basket of the night.
Well, after a tough first quarter, it didn't get to him in any way. He's really stepped up here in the second quarter.
Waiters against Knight, and it's good for 2.
Well, Waiters and confidence, they go together pretty well.
And so it's Dellavedova. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. At one point, they led by 16. Tipped away. The shot's good from Nance.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, on the defensive end, this is a joke. The lack of awareness is exactly why this team is so far behind.
Here's Wade. Larry Nance making his last shot. No good there off the double clutch.
And seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Cleveland leading by 12. Dellavedova, the pass to Zizic. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Here is Knight after the Heat pick up 2 over Waiters, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
For Cleveland, they have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12. That free throw missing.
And he just seemed to have a little more fire in the first quarter than he has in this one, and it showed in all the trips he made to the free throw line. Those have dried up.
And the second free throw, good. 19 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Wade. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Inside. The shot's good from Henson. And the Cavaliers lead by 13.
That's a confident play from John Henson going against the tight defense and scoring inside.
And so it's Cleveland. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. From one Kevin to another, you guys were dominant in that first half, and you have a big lead, but do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh, yeah. We got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. And now back to the other Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hello to the people, Shaq.
Hola.
Kenny's here.
Ni hao.
And we're analyzing the first half of action. Colin Sexton having an outstanding game. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 1 rebound. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
Kenny, what'd you think about Miami?
Well, the differential in rebounding was huge. And it goes back to the fundamentals, blocking out and just maintaining position. Instead, they went to the lazy man's route, flying in the air, trying to steal rebounds. Well, that didn't work. No one is going to give you an easy rebound. They need to show some fight.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
A great look at American Airlines Arena right on the shores of Biscayne Bay as we welcome you back to Miami. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Colin Sexton having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers in this roster, Brent, a lot of sharpshooters that can get hot at any time.
Well, 3rd in the league last season in made threes, and the team does a really good job of drawing and kicking and finding shooters. And they had the 5th best rated offense last year, mostly because of how well they shot the ball from distance.
Winslow and Olynyk fill up the forward spots. Dragic is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Adebayo in at center, locking down the middle. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball after the Heat pick up 2. And it's Dragic with the foul. That's his first foul. And Thompson kicks to Clarkson. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. And it's the Heat with the ball. It's a 13-point game. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Passes it to Butler. Back to Dragic. Pass to Adebayo. And Thompson sends it back. Now, here's Sexton. He's guarded by Dragic. And here's Sexton. 16 points for him. Here's Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Kind of an interesting year for Tristan Thompson, who saw playing time decrease. And some felt that his focus and his drive just wasn't quite the same. There was a lot of moving parts last year for Cleveland and around Tristan. Eventually he found his game late in the year, though, and was impactful in the playoffs.
And he makes the first. Well, for Thompson, he certainly has seemed to take a step back, Brent. His contract is not helping the matter either.
Well, there were some distractions, I think we could say, legitimately last year with the things going on off the court. The fact is, Tristan Thompson was once viewed as a really good quality big man at the starting position of center or power forward, and has a lot of work to do in order to get himself back on some solid ground.
Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take. And he lives mostly inside the paint. And still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to have kind of gone away.
The Heat have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
2 shots.
And he makes the first. Well, Brent, the Heat with an experienced front office and one of the best young coaches in the league in Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, Spo has done a remarkable job. Tremendous amount of respect around the league for the way that Eric Spoelstra goes about his business, the way he handled the title runs and all those personalities and those dynamics. He has been fantastic and will coach in Miami for as long as he wants to. The way he goes about it is pride, work, and respect for anybody that walks through those locker room doors.
Now, here's Clarkson. He has 6. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Osman. And there it is for him. Osman's got 7.
To give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Butler finds Dragic. Now Winslow. Now the pass to Butler from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. 8 points for him.
Yeah, there's a good indicator of Winslow and his feel for the game. I like how much he makes a concentrated effort to get the ball right there to the open man.
And stolen by Butler. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Winslow's running, and it's Butler with the jam.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some O.
Cleveland leading by 10. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
You look at the roster turnover that the Cavs have had the last few seasons. A lot of trades made, some hits and some misses. And you know the front office willing to make some deals to try to get this train back on the right track.
And checking out the stats for Thompson. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. He's putting up 9 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
And with the trades this Cavs team has made several blockbuster deals in the last few years.
Well, they have a tough payroll situation that they're trying to deal with and manage and manipulate. And it's tough for a young GM to try to find a way between sticking with what they've done, or is it a time to try to start to develop something for their future? You give them credit for doing everything in their power to still compete.
There's Clarkson. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Offensive rebound. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go off the left rim and out.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Dragic dishes to Winslow. Olynyk inside, working on Love. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Love. Shoots over Olynyk, and nothing is falling for him right now. The Heat trail by 8. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Knights checked in for the Cavaliers. And the Heat call time here. And Bam Adebayo, the 14th overall pick in 2017 out of Kentucky.
Yeah, his name seems to be pretty fitting, right? Like setting screens. Bam. Getting a dunk. Bam. Tremendous athlete. And he can throw it down with some of the best power forwards in the game.
And let's take a look at Colin Sexton's numbers. He's been a factor for them over the last month. 17th in assists and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And how good is he at distributing the basketball? My goodness, pick and roll, drive and dish, in transition. He's been dominant all season. Now, here's Olynyk. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Shots good from Butler.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Sexton, the pass to Love. Here's Sexton. Over Dragic. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. They need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. James Johnson's checked in for Miami. And Love's got the ball here for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta, where they'll take on the Hawks. And that'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Fades. Count it. Love's got 6 points.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
The Heat trail by 8. Dragic with it. He's got 9. Dishes to Butler. Knight against Dragic. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Knight. Here's Sexton. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. And that's 18 points for Colin Sexton.
You know, capable of torching you in just so many ways. You have to guard Sexton close, or this is what will happen.
And it's Adebayo in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Clock at 6. Dragic kicks to Butler. Back to Dragic. Offline with his 3. Cleveland leading by 10. Here's Sexton. No good with the triple. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
If anything could change the momentum, it's that kind of play. Cloud of smoke has people standing on their feet.
Now here's Knight. 8 points for him. Johnson over to help. Knight finds Love, and he converts the layup. He's got 8.
And Kevin Love getting comfortable on the inside on that possession. He's got the size and touch to be effective around that arc.
Dragic against Knight. Tries from 10. And the rejection by Love. It's stolen by Dragic. Feeds it to Butler. Misses from short range.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Knight passes to Love. Good on the 3-point shot. Love's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Knight against Dragic. Pass to Johnson. Down low. Winslow. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feet. That's 7 points for Justice Winslow.
Great self-confidence from Winslow on that play, taking it up strong inside.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
A different look for Miami. Leonard, he's checked in for Adebayo. Dwayne Wade comes in for Winslow. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Goran Dragic. Then for the Cavaliers, John Henson's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Nance comes in for Jetty Osman. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Sexton.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Waiters finds Wade. Here's Leonard. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
I feel like when Myers Leonard plays significant minutes, he can get himself into the rhythm of the game. That's when a lot of his better offensive rebounding games come.
Here's Henson. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wade dishes to Johnson. Good.
And head coach Eric Spoelstra always looking for different perspectives, looking to tweak and change certain things and constantly learning. That's a growth mindset. We hear him talk about that a lot, and it's something that he encourages not only his staff to do, but his players as well.
Ante Zizic is checked in for the Cavaliers.
Really like how James Johnson plays his role, so expanded here within the team set. Knows he's out there to space the floor, bring some physicality, and is going to have some opportunities to make some plays with the ball in his hand.
And Spoelstra assigns assistants to read books, attend clinics, and bring back reports. Always looking for new insights.
Yep, lots of paperwork on that Miami Heat coaching staff. They keep daily notes on everything from basketball to the big picture around the team. Stats, quotes, questions, all inspirational stuff. So anything they can draw a competitive advantage on or keep things positive, Spo's looking to do that.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That free throw good from Wade. And Dwayne Wade had hoped to return to the Miami Heat. Last season at the trade deadline, he got his wish.
And it just seems right when he's in a Miami Heat uniform. It's a second home for him, and he's back where he belongs, baby. Wade County.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Wade is a very consistent performer from the foul line. This is why you always avoid fouling him if you can.
They get it back. Johnson with the block. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard so we can see and check out some of the most feared defenders in the league. The steal leaders among shooting guards. Number 1, Jimmy Butler.
You know, you watch him on a game-in, game-out basis, and he just puts on a clinic defensively, both in terms of effort and technique at that off-guard spot.
He's so proud of holding the number 1 spot because he takes pride in that. Being regarded as one of the NBA's stingiest perimeter defenders means more to him than anything he does on the offensive end.
How about this run there in the midst of, on the verge of tying it up or maybe even taking the lead?
The aggressiveness has picked up on both sides of the floor, and I'm not sure what took them so long to muster that, but here we are.
Here's Henson. The Heat getting the bucket. Wade is covering. 6 to shoot. And that one comes up a bit short. And it's Miami's ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Leonard, that's good, and Johnson with the assist. Now it's just a 3-point Cavalier lead.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Nance outside. Knight against Butler. The shot by Knight no good. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 9 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
Cleveland leading by 3. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul. Here's Clarkson. He's got 6. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Dwayne Wade.
Well, Clarkson likes to play with a lot of speed. He attracts the attention of the defense, and that's where he's getting the whistle.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. Free throw good. Clarkson. And both free throws good for Clarkson.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Wade kicks to Waiters. Back to Wade. He dishes it to Johnson. Fires the three. Offensive rebound. Here's Leonard. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Solid fundamental rebounder. Leonard has the size and athleticism to snare almost any board that comes near him.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
One of the better free throw shooting bigs in the NBA. The challenge for Leonard as he develops is to try to get to the line a few more times.
Now here's Clarkson. He's got 8. Knight looking it over. To the paint. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And how about a look at Jimmy Butler? He's been dominant over the last month. 3rd in steals. And he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And it's his lightning quick hands that have put him in the top 3 in steals. Also his tremendous anticipation. He's constantly all over the basketball. They get it back.
Now, capable of defending a few different positions, the length of Johnson has really bothered shooters.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Knocked loose. Cavaliers leading. Nance outside. Cleveland keeping it alive. Fresh 24. And the basket is good.
Well, John Henson is out there to attack the glass and try and be a force. This is a big part of how he generates any of his offense.
Now here's Waiters. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Johnson, the pass to Butler. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. 59 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Knight with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. 9 feet out. Here's Clarkson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Clarkson's got 10 points in the game.
Pretty ferocious and sheer determination shown on that one. Easy to see why he gets those easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Leonard. Yep, it counts. Leonard's got 9 points in the quarter.
I mean, the stroke looks good. He's moving well out there. What a sensational start to this game. Perfect from the field.
Knight finds Clarkson. Back to Knight. Clarkson against Wade. 6 on the shot clock. That one good for 2. 12 points for him.
You know, you hear that A word all the time, aggressive, and sometimes just being that can turn your game around. He's been that in the second half, their go-to guy here.
And it's Miami with another.
Well, the defense wasn't all that bad, but Wade's offense is just sometimes too good for anything you throw at him.
Knight, that's a 2-pointer, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Cavaliers lead by 2. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. Head coach Eric Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Once we get the rebound, get to those corners, race for it, okay? What you're doing right now is you're making them have to defend.
Well, Eric pleading with his guys, Greg, to be faster and be sharper than the other team.
And if they do that, they'll be fine. Coach wants to tire the opposition out on defense.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Clarkson is out there with Sexton. Then it's John Henson. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Jones in at the small forward. Now here's Wade. He kicks it to Olynyk. It's stolen by Nance. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest. Bam Adebayo's checked in for James Johnson. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Cleveland leading by 4. No good that time, and it's Miami the other way. Waiters gets a wide open look. No good with the triple.
Man, that's a clean shot, too. You got to sink those. He must be disappointed that he blew that chance.
Here's Nance. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Clarkson looking for an opening, and he makes that one. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Such a tough shot to master there. Clarkson feeling more and more comfortable, it looks like, with that floater.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. There's Winslow, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Getting the foul on the shot.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw, and the Heat making a change here. Dragic is checked in. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Osman's checked in. And the second free throw, good. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Sexton kicks to Thompson. Wade against Clarkson. Thompson dishes to Clarkson. 5 on the clock over Wade. The shot by Clarkson, no good. The Heat trail by 5. In the corner, Winslow with it. Olynyk the pass to Winslow. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, Winslow makes that shot, and it makes his team that much more dangerous.
Cavaliers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Here's Osman, covered by Winslow. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
First one falls for him. And Cleveland making a change here. Love's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now here's Wade. Inside, Olynyk, count the basket and the foul. That one on Love.
Great move to get to the rim. I think they're going to take the aggressive approach down the stretch.
And you have to be. That's the approach you always want. Don't settle for the jumpers. Pound it inside.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Olynyk. Cavaliers leading. Here's Sexton. Love kicks to Sexton. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That's his 5th foul.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but he has to be better in avoiding contact on that play. That's his 5th foul. And one more. It'll be hitting the showers.
Miami on defense. Sexton, the pass to Love. Drills it from outside. Love's got 10 points here in the second half.
And what a turnaround from the first half. I mean, he's been incredible here in the second half.
Dragic finds Wade. Back to Dragic. To the inside. Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Wade.
That's just better offense from Dwayne Wade, trumping the defense.
Here's Sexton. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Passes it to Love. To the inside. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the paint, stolen by Clarkson. He feeds it to Thompson. Stolen by Winslow. And it's Wade penetrating. That one, no good. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Well, wide open look for Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit. In the corner, Winslow with it. Pass to Adebayo. To the inside. Here's Dragic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Love. And Goran Dragic, a slippery lefty out of Slovenia.
At his peak, a phenomenal offensive player. He doesn't hit that peak every season, though. And now in his 30s, we'll see how long he can extend his prime.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. Goran Dragic started his career in Phoenix under the mentorship of Steve Nash.
Well, he still loves to push the pace and still loves to attack the paint. We'll see if he can be an effective player in his late 30s, the way that Steve Nash led his teams.
That one drops. He ties it up.
Well, when it comes to free throws, Dragic is just money from the line.
Clarkson against Wade. Now, here's Clarkson. Guarded closer. 6 to shoot. Here's Osman. And the 3 ball is good. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Dragic kicks to Wade. For 3, Olynyk. Miami no good on that time either.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
There's the pass to Osman. Now the dish to Sexton. Shoots over Dragic. Sexton's shot is good. And now a 5-point Cavalier lead.
You got to tip your cap to the young fellow. Sexton, even with a hand in his face, able to maintain his focus.
Dragic kicks to Winslow. Here's Wade. The Cavaliers pull it in. At one point, they led by 16. That's tipped. It's stolen by Dragic. Wade outside. Back to Dragic. to Winslow. Dishes it to Wade. Dragic the pass to Wade. Looking to get back on track here. And it's Osman with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 5. To the wing right side. Clarkson, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Love to see the resolve from an offensive player after a disappointing first half. He's been terrific here in the second.
Wade kicks to Adebayo. To the left wing. Heat moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. There's Winslow. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the 4th and even 50%. Here's Osman, covered by Winslow. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. That shot off the mark. Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. It's stolen by Dragic. No good there. Good D by Thompson.
You can't miss those kind of looks. The defense seems to be a little nonplussed so far in this one, but he flat out missed it.
And Olynyk kicks to Winslow. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Saturday, they'll continue the road trip, heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks. Then on Wednesday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Miami. And he sinks the second.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Love the pass to Sexton. No good on the 3. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Butler kicks to Winslow. To the middle. Adebayo. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
And it's official. They have come all the way back. At one point, this thing seemed to be out of reach.
This is a testament to this team's fortitude, never giving up. Folks, we've got a new ball game.
And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Well, there's no doubt that Dragic is a weapon in the open court. He's also a lockdown defender who could come away with crucial steals.
Here's Clarkson after the made shot from Goran Dragic. Now Clarkson. Clock at 6. Love outside. They need this one. Back to Clarkson. 3-pointer. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. Wade, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Cleveland with a change here, too. John Henson's checked in for Thompson. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Clarkson dishes to Sexton. Passes to Osman. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Fearless play by Winslow, putting his head down and barreling in with great focus.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. Brandon Knight's checked in for Clarkson. Both shots good from the stripe.
And he's made more of an effort here to put pressure on the defense in the second half and create some contact and free throw opportunities.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Justice Winslow.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was talking about with his team. Told him, hey, stick with what's working. He said they're giving us all the room we need to get easy looks in the paint. Let's keep working the ball inside. Guys, back to you.
And it's the Heat with the ball. The Cavaliers making the shot. Dragic finds Wade. Here's Olynyk. He's covered by Clarkson. And the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got the lead up to 4 now for Miami.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Love outside. Pass to Sexton. Back to Love. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
That's why Kevin Love with the ball right now is not a bad option.
Dragic kicks to Wade. .136 left in the fourth quarter. Makes it off the glass.
And that's why this team turns to Dwayne Wade in times of crisis.
Love right side. From 13. And it falls over the rim and in. Love's got 7 points here in this quarter. 1:22 left in the fourth quarter. Dragic kicks to Wade. The Cavaliers pull it in.
Really shocking he didn't take advantage of that golden opportunity there. He needs to be much better in that situation.
And that one hits back iron.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that bad.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
It's stolen by Dragic. The feed to Wade. And it's Wade with the jam.
Well, Dwayne Wade's such a calming influence, but huge amounts of trust in these moments.
And here's Sexton.
Not completely over, but it's getting close.
Yeah, but you still got to play this one out. Near impossible, but I've seen stranger things happen.
Knight's checked in for the Cavaliers. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5.
Kevin Love moving into prime years of his career and continues to be an impressive player. Proven champion and a nightly double-double threat.
Bam Adebayo's checked in for the Heat. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Clarkson's checked in. Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. A different look for Miami. Leonard, he's checked in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Jimmy Butler in for Dwayne Wade. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Brandon Knight's checked in for Jordan Clarkson.
Well, a solid trip to the line there to help extend the lead.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're trailing by 6. 29 seconds left in the 4th. It's stolen by Dragic, and he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Cleveland moving it around. Stolen by Winslow. A pull-up. Bank shot. No good. Sexton with it. Out of bounds. Miami takes possession. And so it's Miami winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, you have become a star in this league, big part of the team. Have those expectations put more pressure on you individually?
No pressure. I think I'm gonna do what I do each and every night. I'm not gonna play well every night. So I just gotta focus on me, this team. Can't worry about the outside influence.
A real leader, Jimmy. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long.